2020 has not been a good year, neither for you or me. This year has certainly been challenging for many of us, including the governments, health services, businesses, and most importantly, families across the world. We couldn't predict a year quite like this. Many of us have struggled, many of us have fought, and a lot of us have just had to put up with it. And we are so thankful that in this calendar year, the year of 2020 is nearly over. Thank goodness for that. But looking back on this year on the Doctor Who's perspective, 2020 has actually been very eventful, and I think we can all say that Doctor Who has kept us very much entertained during the lockdown era. They have been at our side practically all year long, trying to keep the show going and to give us some form of hope during this year. Doctor Who has provided us with some incredible moments, and all I will have to say is thank you, Doctor Who. My name is Alex Goddard, welcome to my end of year review, and it's time to find out what has been Doctor Who's greatest moments of 2020. And just before we kick things off, these moments are not ranked in any particular order. I'm literally going month by month, moment by moment. And so we're starting things off strong with January. A month, by the way, which we had zero existence of the word COVID and the word lockdown. Until we came to February, March and the whole rest months of the year, we've literally had non-stop COVID and lockdown for a long time possible. And so we're starting things off with January. And we have to start off with number one, and that is the debut of the new incarnation of the Master, played by the wonderful Sacha Dhawan, who, if you did not know, made a very small appearance in Adventure in Space and Time, who played Waris Hussein, the first ever director of Doctor Who. Now, the reveal of Sacha Dhawan as the Master was so unexpected, we never saw it coming at the end of Spyfall Part 1. It was so shocking and so surprising to see his astonishing return to our television screens. He was a sight of fresh air and regenerating that sinister madness of the Master. I love his little shrinking box, which was a very nice touch, as well as his codename called O. And when you think about it, oh, now you get it. What else are people meant to say when a reveal comes like that at the end of an episode? It's so shocking and so revealing. The shock value is immense, and everyone bought it, and everyone was so blown away on New Year's Day of 2020. I mean, what a way to start off 2020 with a bang and a reveal like that. And I love his evil laugh, especially when he starts killing people left, right and centre. It's like it sends electric jolts to his body. It's literally so crazy to see the Master literally back to his old ways, killing people as he should do, with such of a crazed mad look in his eye, like the Master is literally on fire. Like, honestly, Sacha Dhawan as the Master has been one of the great moments of 2020, and his performances in Spyfall and in The Timeless Children has been phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see Sacha Dhawan back as the Master in Series 13. And number 2, we have Series 12 in general. Now, I've got to say that Series 12 was a massive improvement from Series 11. Series 12 was very eventful, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. A series, by the way, which was very good. Were there a couple of inconsistencies? Yes, there was. Were there a couple of underwhelming moments? Yes, there was. Were there a couple of moments where the writing was really silly? Yes, there was. Were there a couple of moments where they were really unexpected and so surprising? Yes, there was. Was there a controversial finale at the end of the series? Yes, there was. But the good outweighed the bad, and that is lovely to see. I would like to go into depth a bit more, but I will upload my series review of Series 12 very soon in the next upcoming year. Moving on to number 3, we have the revivals of The Faceless Ones and Fury from the Deep. Missing lost stories being brought to life by the powers of animation. A process, by the way, which has rejuvenated the 1960s era of Doctor Who. The Faceless Ones and Fury from the Deep are certainly fan favourites that everyone was so excited to see back. Say what you like about this animation, the animation is a revolution. It is absolutely astonishing how they can animate lost stories and bring them back to life with so much audacity, originality, and the magic that they do to make these whole releases possible. It's absolutely phenomenal, and no doubt it's made me more confident than ever that we're going to see the likes of the Web of Fear come back with its animation episode of episode 3, The Evil of the Daleks, and much more. We are getting so many more animation stories right now, and I think that the 1960s era of Doctor Who will never ever be forgotten because of this process. This revolution is just amazing. I am so proud of BBC America making all of this whole thing possible, putting in the efforts, making this entire thing happen. My word, this has probably been one of my favourite moments of 2020. Bringing back these lost and missing stories and rejuvenating them with the powers of animation. It's a wonderful process. If you have not checked out the Faceless ones or View from the Deep this year, then what have you been doing? You go and check them out, because they are bloody phenomenal. Up next at number 4, we have Doctor Who Lockdown. Now, if you're unsure what this means, let me explain. In April to May, early this year, we have had some incredible efforts from Emily Cook, who has posted a lot of collective Doctor Who watch-alongs, as well as some many original and creative news stories from other writers such as the likes of Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat and many more, to give us a little bit more insights onto different episodes, different characters and other canon related cases, and all can be found on the special Doctor Who Lockdown YouTube channel. I highly recommend you go and check them out. If you want me to say what stories interest you, then let me explain right now. And before we start, I need to say that I found all of these stories incredibly heartwarming, and it literally gave us some happy vibes, especially during the early stages of lockdown. So here are the stories that you can watch and you can find on the special Doctor Who Lockdown YouTube channel. The link will be in the description down below, and I highly recommend you go and check all these stories out, because you never know, you might learn something. So, starting off, we have The Revenge of the Nestine, written by Russell T Davies. We have The Raggedy Doctor, written by Stephen Moffat. Rory's Story, written by Neil Gaiman. Shadow Without a Doubt, written by Paul Cornell. Pompadour, written by Stephen Moffat. Stephen and the Scarf, written by Andrew Ireland. The Zygon Isolation by Peter Harness. Farewell Sarah Jane, written by Russell T Davies. The Descendants of Pompeii, written by James Morgan. Fear is a Superpower, written by James Peaty. Doctors Assemble, written by James Gross. Secrets of Novice Hame, written by Russell T Davies. And The Best of Days, written by Stephen Moffat. So like I say, I highly recommend you go and check out all these stories, because not only they plan into other episodes and to other different characters, but also you might learn something different about what's happened after these episodes with the encounter of the Doctor or anything like that. I highly recommend you give these a watch, because not only you can read them, but you can also watch them on YouTube. So I highly recommend you do so. Anyway, like I said, the link will be in the description down below. If you're interested in any of those stories, I highly recommend you watch them. At number 5, in April this year, Doctor Who announced one epic multi-Doctor, multi-platform crossover story named Timelord Victorious. This is all one story, all interlinked across many platforms over the BBC's partners, the likes of involved Big Finish, Penguin Random House, who are the book publishers of Doctor Who Magazine, Titan Comics, Escape Hunt, who do all the escape rooms, Eagle Most Hero Collectors, Immersive Everywhere, Maze Theory, who create all of the VR games for Doctor Who, BBC Books and BBC Audio Books. All of these platforms make sense in order to bring this entire story into a more accessible world for everyone to really appreciate this story. This is on a massive scale. This huge project contains the Doctors of the 8th, 9th and 10th Doctors, as well as some other companions featured as well. This is every Doctor Who fan's dream of wanting one big massive crossover story, multi-interlinked with many Doctors and on many platforms. So we get in a VR game, we're getting a maze room, we're getting many Big Finish audios, we're getting many books, we're getting many magazines and so forth. This is one huge project, one whole story being told over many platforms, and it's so accessible to everyone across the world. And I'm really excited to see if Doctor Who can really pull off this amazing huge project. This is probably the biggest project that Doctor Who has ever been involved in, but can they pull this off? Sort of similar like the sort of High Republic of the Star Wars sword trilogy. Like they've got something similar going on right now. So I hope you're all up to date with it right now, because it started this year in September and they will start to release more new merchandise on many platforms all the way on to January 2021. And I have to say that if Doctor Who can pull this off, this will probably be one of the greatest things ever. And honestly, I have to say, it's probably one of my favourite moments I've been really excited for during this year. It's kept me all up to date. I've been loving the books, I've been loving the audios, and we're hoping to get more of that soon in the near future. I just cannot wait to see what this story is going to bring. At number 7, we have had a numerous amount of steelbook releases during this year. We've had the likes of Series 5, Series 6, Series 7, and soon to be released the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. I freaking love the artwork for all of these steelbooks. All of these steelbooks contain Blu-ray releases of Doctor Who episodes along with extra bonus features, and the artwork is just probably the best part of this entire steelbook collection. If you want your DVDs to have a rejuvenated look, then I highly suggest you buy all of the steelbooks. Yet they may be for a very expensive price, but they're worth your time. They'll make your collection feel whole and rejuvenated. So if you love steelbooks, then make sure you go and pick up steelbooks of Series 5, Series 6, Series 7, soon to be the 50th anniversary, which will be released next year, and there will be soon enough later a Series 8 steelbook, which will probably have my name on it by sure. But anyway, yes, that steelbooks definitely worth your time, and if you're a massive Doctor Who collector, then they are worth your time. At number 8, we have breaking news of Series 13. The filming has already begun for the upcoming series of Doctor Who, in which Jodie Whittaker will play the Doctor and Mandip Gill, also plays Jazz, will stay on for one more year. However, it is very unclear if Ryan and Graham, played by both Tosin Cole and Bradley Walsh, if they're going to stay on for Series 13. Here's a direct quote here from Chris Chibnall himself. Given the complexity of making Doctor Who with the new and rigorous COVID working protocols, it is going to take us a little longer to film each episode, meaning we expect to end up with 8 episodes instead of the usual 13. It's a bit weird. But rest assured, the ambition, humour, fun and the scares you expect from Doctor Who will still be firmly in place for everyone around the world. This is a challenging period, but the Doctor never backs down from a challenge. Interesting. I like how they go with 8 episodes instead of the usual 13, because sometimes the usual 13 can sometimes drag on, and most of the time a series can become quite boring, especially when it comes to inconsistency stories. Like, I'm really glad that they've gone for 8 episodes instead. Now obviously we don't know when the premiere date is for Series 13, but I do know it's going to happen sometime in the autumn of 2021, and I do think Doctor Who just have to be a bit careful this year when filming for Series 13. Obviously, they've got to do the social distancing, they've got to put all of the COVID protocols intact, and not only deliver brilliant writing, brilliant production, brilliant filming, and just an overall excellent series. So I hope Doctor Who take their time, take care, and also deliver an excellent series for when we come back in 2021. And so we come to practically the end of the video, where I have to choose what has been my greatest moment of 2020. I've got a lot of great moments, as I've explained quite a lot of them. I have to go with Timelord Victorious. Not gonna lie, I was very skeptical at first, thinking it's not going to be available to me. However, I've had a look at the books, the Big Finish audios, and much more. It is absolutely beyond any scale that I thought Doctor Who could never go that far. Bringing back doctors like Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, my word. It is just a phenomenal project that I think Doctor Who, if they can pull this off when it comes to the end of January 2021, I think this is probably the best thing that Doctor Who have ever done. Like, on a multi-platform story, like with so many doctors involved, so many companions, so many adventures, I think this is practically like Big Finish within one whole big bubble. Like, beyond Big Finish, the books, the maze rooms, the VR games, honestly, it is absolutely incredible. And I have to say that Timelord Victorious takes my pick for the greatest Doctor Who moment of 2020. Thank you so much everyone for watching my end of year review. All of these incredible moments are so more important than just the Timelord Victorious. Make sure you go and check out all of Series 12, the animation stories, all of the little stories that were featured along the Emily Cook Doctor Who Lockdown YouTube channels. Make sure you go and check all those out. Collect more steelbooks if you feature it. And also we'll just have to wait for a brand new series of Series 13. And I'm seriously so excited for more. I think Doctor Who for 2020 has been very, very successful. And thank you so much everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Doctor Who content like this. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And let's just hope that 2021 becomes a better year, not just for you and me, but for everyone in general. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, make sure you stay on my channel because I don't intend to upload videos much often, but really though, it's been a massive pleasure to do another video on my channel again. Like I said, keep notifications on throughout 2021 and I'll see you in the new year. Thank you so much everyone for watching and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!